handle this today. Oh my goodness, nice to see you all today. We're gonna play some Star Wars The Old Republic. G-Pain, thanks so much for coming in and bringing your friend and drop it like it's Spud. Oh my gosh, your username. That is so funny. Knight also says morning. Hey everybody coming in. Just so you know, after we do the news, so you have some time to hang out and say hi, after we do the news, we are going to have a little cry about having a terrible, terrible, terrible headache. That has not abated. But once we're done with that, we are going to play the Old Wounds storyline, which is the Voss Interpreter's Retreat storyline on Voss, but I'll give you full warning once we move over to that side. So you'll have to forgive me if I don't sound my usual chipper self. I feel it, just not physically. So I decided to do something a little more chill. A little more chill. I'm trying to get my YouTube chat showing. As you can see, I'm a bit of a hot mess here today. Hey, there we go. Now I can see you two people. Hi, you two people. Spiffy says, I really need to get back into this game. And Tracy says, I always have and having fun. Well, welcome back, Tracy. And Spiffy, a future welcome back to you. G-Pain says, hi, Miss Swtorista. I hope can you guys let me know if you can hear me? I'm speaking so much quieter than normal. I'm sorry. I just became a Darth on my warrior in SWTOR. I'll be lurking for now. Play hard, go pro, have fun, and keep up the great work, Miss Swtorista. G-Pain, thank you so much for the nice come on in. Okay, good. You guys can still hear me? Thank you. Shazza says, feel better. Thank you. I will. I just have to wait. JR says, get ready to mute your alarm clock rant incoming. Yeah, no. I've been up for a while. You guys, I've been up for a while. But I've mostly just been like going brrr at the computer. You guys get to hear about some drama before we start too. Do you guys like drama? It's not even SWTOR drama, so I don't feel too anxious about it. And I can dish. No, just joking. I will tell you guys about it though, just because it's kind of been involving my life. So let's take a look at dish. We're gonna take a look at the sale of the day. It's the Zakul Knight's armor set, and so we're getting near the end of the daily sales. I think we're about halfway. No, halfway through is not the same as almost done, is it? Hang on, let's take a look at the little list. So yeah, we're about halfway through of these daily sales. So normally the sale of the day is not something that you know beforehand. Aw, thank you for all the nice wishes, guys. Appreciate you. Bogdan, hello there on YouTube. However, for the anniversary / holidays, they released a preset list of items that would be 30 to 50% off, and today's is the Zakul Knight armor set. So I'm not a huge fan of this armor set. I think it looks kind of especially funky on female characters. However, it's an extremely iconic set. Very, very visually iconic, especially from the trailer, so a lot of players do like it. And I think that the helmet's pretty cool. The helmet's very, very distinctive. So I've seen lots of players mix and match this one. It is half off. Get it if you want it, I guess. And the next sales, if you want to see them, they are coming up on Twitter. I have a little list of it. I automatically schedule them to post in the morning. JR says, I read the drama because Gildy said you poo-pooed on the hisses on Twitter yesterday. Oh my god, that's so funny. That's not how I thought that sentence was gonna end. That's really funny. I said the hisses looks like a ugly Varactile. That was the yesterday sale of the day. So the most recent storyline is 7.4. If you want to check that out, I put a link in Twitch chat. For those of you on YouTube, visit swtorista.com. Zach has been dedicatedly actually working on a guide for the new area, Ord Mantell. So if you need any... What the hell did I go to? My bad. Hang on. Let me get that link properly. You guys are lucky. You guys can just click the link. Ever since I switched over to being able to stream on both Twitch and YouTube, I can't click them anymore. It opens in like a baby window. So Zach has been working on a lovely little guide, and he's getting close to done there. Keston's Landing Daily Area and Ord Mantell Reputation Guide. So we have pics of all the screenshot pictures of all the rewards you can get. Zach has been writing information about the different quests in case you get confused about how to do it, where to stand and stuff like that, or if a friend needs help. And it also has links towards the other hidden stuff, like how to get to the shielding quests, how to get to the Datacron quest, how to get to the achievements, and then you can go further to look at those without too much spoilers. And yeah, and all the decorations you can get, and that there's a baby in the door, baby. Just wait till the baby window grows into a teenager window. Oh, I wish it would already. Hurry up. Just stopping by, says Obi-Wan, not staying due to Imperial spoilers. Have a great day. Thank you, Rogue, for stopping by to say hi. Will says, no reason to buy it when the story gives you one for free. Oh, that's true. So, only in certain situations. I don't want to go into too much spoilers, but you will receive a version of this depending on the choices that you make and the interactions that you make in... Is it Knights of the Eternal Throne? I always forget where that happens. Yeah. I won't say where it comes from. Shh. Because it's very spoiler heavy, but I thought it was very sweet that they send you that in the mail. Let's see. The Rackle event. Oh, Rackle event is currently running. We should do that Monday. I think I said that yesterday, but I'm going to say it again. Rackle event is currently running. You can visit on swtorista.com/events. Double XP is currently running. Life Day. Oh, my head. Jesus Louises. I smiled and it hurt. Life Day event's running. I'm gonna frown. PvP event. Oh god, I look like I'm gonna die. Galactic Seasons is running. Just smile through the pain. Kotet. Sweet. Yeah, Kotet is where you could potentially get one of these. Very potentially. Katie wants to know, is it clear that you need to finish the story missions on Runic before you can proceed to Ord Mantell? KB, as far as I understand, yes. And I think I can personally confirm that myself because I tried to go play it early on my Imperial character and I was like, oh, I cannot. So I should actually log into my other character in the background here. Hey there, McScoggin. And hi, Kick says, just stopping by to say good morning all. Hi there. Hi. And I think that's all of the events. Oh, the collection sale. The collection sale is still happening. So I think until January 4th, all items in collections are 50% off. So take advantage of that if you haven't already. I've got a little video about it on YouTube, kind of talking about some of the best things to get. I personally recommend like a mount or crystal or both. So you have one for your entire account. The developers have not posted anything. Because they're on holiday. Thank goodness. Jackie's been posting on Twitter all kinds of, like, food. And now I'm going to talk about my drama, but I need to keep it very brief because, oh my god, it is freaking long. I'm just going to post the proper link in chat. So, in short, I was volunteering for a convention. I was volunteering for almost a year. The convention happened. It was awesome. However, one of the volunteers, I use that term loosely, decided they weren't happy with the entire team, decided they felt they had the ability to fire the entire volunteer team and wanted to go make their own conventions. So we were like, bye. But it's caused quite a bit of a mess in terms of like being able to host the next one. So yeah, you can read all about that if you like juicy drama, have fun. Mostly I just wanted to spread the word about what was going on, and maybe help clarify some stuff, or maybe get some clarification, because I'm still confused. Phantom says, you can take sick days. LOL, no, never. Yeah, I can. I can cancel stream at any time I want. You're very right. I like to do it, though. I like to hang out with you guys. It gives me life. If not, like, I need opiates right now. Oh, I need a board of medicine for my head. I need maybe like an ice pick. Unfortunately, none of you guys have that. I probably should leave those opioids alone. But I like hanging out with you guys. And then usually when I'm not feeling well, I'll stop streaming, and then I'll like go lie down, which I think I will go do. My headache is giving me a rest. See, it's the joy. It's the dopamine, the endorphins from you guys. Patrick says, I'm sorry for that colleague of yours. I hope they recover from that. Yeah, no kidding. Oh yeah, separately for the convention that I was volunteering for, the main volunteer coordinator, basically the lady making it happen, she got in a head-on collision. Like, oh, I'm very bad at time, but like 2 weeks after it happened, after the convention, it's crazy. She's still like very, very unable to do anything. She just very recently was able to be allowed to use her phone. Ride Board of Medicine on a 2x4 and take a hit when you need it. Yeah, exactly. Perfect. Amazing. Amazing. Hey there, 69. Oh my gosh, 69. I don't want to read your name. Hi. Hi again. Welcome back. Didn't you win something last time when I was laughing so hard? Alright, so what I'm going to be checking out is I really wanted to play the Orb Mantell storyline. But as far as I know, I can't start it yet because I haven't finished Old Wounds. But you know what? Let's go see if we can even get to the New Kessen's Landing area. And let's see if maybe there's somewhere to start it there. I wouldn't think so, or maybe on my ship. But I don't think you can skip ahead. Night Dreamer says, got hit too many times with snowballs yesterday.
Full house in Rokini!
Thinking. And Idol is also thinking about chis in bikinis. Patrick says, I read the entire drama. I can't say my eyes were thankful for that. LOL, did you like all the gifts I put in there? Alright, okay, next up. Okay, so we're looking to see if there's like, so my brain is very occupied by that drama right now, and I'm very sorry. In addition to the headache. So I've got like maybe one brain cell left and that I can use on SWTOR. Tyler says, I haven't played SWTOR in a few years. What new stuff would you recommend a returning player do? Tyler, welcome back to the game. Tyler, do you remember, Tyler on YouTube, do you remember what the last bit of story you played was so I can get an idea of what's been added since then? If you haven't played in a few years, there's a good chance that you may not have checked out the idea of a second combat style yet, and it's super cool. Like, really, really neat concept. So you'll have a mission, very likely, in your quest log called Training in the Force. Or if you're a tech character, I always forget. No, the headache is just because I get them. The headache has existed since I was like 8 years old. As you can see on here, I'm an assassin. That's my character. But now I can swap over to being a sorcerer as well. Oh, training and skills if you're a tech person. Super, super, super neat concept. And very cool that you can add and then swap between 2 different combat styles. Training and skills. Training and skills. I always forget. We have some nice questions in YouTube. James says, I need a cool outfit for a trooper healer. Oh my gosh. I always thought that trooper healers should wear trooper armor that is green. Like, this is like canon. This is what they should be wearing. If you're a trooper healer and you're not wearing green, are you really a trooper? And luckily there's a whole bunch of green ones. Or you can take a different colored one and slap in a green dye. Or you could ignore this color coding altogether. I've just linked you on this page. Is basically a list of trooperish outfits that I have on the website. So feel free to just flip through there and see something cool. Life Day Green specifically. That's right. The trooper armor for the Trooper Legacy vendor on Coruscant. Yeah, that's a good one right there. That's, let's see if that'll be on here somewhere in this list. Whether I know how to get to it is a whole different question. Robert says, all my toons are wearing metallic dyes now and a few of my companions. Oh my god, Robert, how much did you spend on metallic dyes? Why would you do that? So sparkly. Medtech helmet is a must. Ah, should a tank be yellow to attract all the attention? No, tanks are blue like the shield icon. And DPS are red. That's how you tell them apart. Dark Jedi Knight says, I'm just a bit bummed out that you had to be a sub to get access to the second combat style. Yes, that's right. I'm free to play and can't afford access to the extras. Yes, unfortunately, that is one of the ones locked behind it. You're very correct. It is a really neat feature, and I love it so much, so I'm not going to lie. Sorry. But before 7.0, so every expansion up for like a decade, give or take, DPS are red, right. Exactly, like a red shirt. Yes, exactly. They die first. I think that's how it goes. If the shield icon is blue, why is the actual shield orange? I don't know. Why is the shield orange? On a trooper, when you put your shield, it's orange instead of blue. Artistic choices. So before 7.0 came out, for a decade of the game, we did not have the ability to swap between characters. So on a pure free-to-play account, you can only have 4 characters per server. However, I'm guessing you're probably preferred at this point. Dark Jedi Knight. If you haven't yet, really save up that $1 a month and buy it in a year. That $15 subscription. Really, really worth it. Let me know if you're actually free to play versus being preferred. You could just create more characters if you want to try them out. So on a preferred account, you actually have 12 characters per server. And if there's 6 servers, you could actually try out every single combat style with some extras. Every single discipline, not even combat style. There's how many combat styles then total? There's 16 if you count the mirrors, and only 8 if you don't count the mirrors. And then disciplines you can swap pretty freely between. So you don't have to stress too much about it unless there's like a character you love, and you want to add like stealth, or you want to add tanking to them or something like that. Phantom says, until 7.0 in combat styles, I refuse to play another agent or smuggler after getting legendary. Turret styles are not for me. Oh, so it's nice. Now you can try out the different, you could be like a commando while playing a smuggler, huh? Robert says, yes, before transporting down, check your shirt color. If it's red, you're not coming back. If it's green, you're a healer. Duh. What combat style is using mirrors? Oh, you know, Rapunzel. No, wait, Snow White. No, wait. The evil queen from Snow White. I heard something mind-blowing last night, says JR. Gilly said he put the new metal die in a cool-looking bind-on legacy planet chest piece. Then he can share it between all his characters. Yeah! Wait. But he can, yes, you can pick a legacy-bound item, put the die in there, and then share it between your characters. Yes, by using the outfit stamper. Absolutely. Unfortunately, then you can't use your cool cartel market or bind-on pickup item for that trick. And you can still only use the die on one item. But I actually chose to do the same thing. I'm pretty sure I put my die into bind on legacy item. Imagine being named Evil Queen. Parents must have loved you. Yeah, that it's kind of prophetic is the right word. Yeah. I think it's where subbing for the epic armors you'll get alone. You don't. I don't. Which armors are you getting from subscribing? I don't think you specifically get any from subscribing. There's a few you can only earn through the expansions, but not that many. Lighting in this new zone looks really good. Oh my gosh, Aurora, you're gonna have you been to this area yet? You're gonna flip. I'm supposed to be driving around looking for a quest marker if there is any. I don't think there should be one, but I'm just looking just in case. But I'll show you some of the beautiful, the pretty. I'm gonna show you the pretty. I have to go like to the north. I missed the turnoff. Put my blinkers on. We did have another nice question from you too. Let me go back up. Andre Bran wanted to know, what is your favorite Force story? Ooh, okay, so my favorite Force story. The story that I keep coming back to, that I've replayed like 3 or 4 times, unlike the other ones. Look at this. Look at this, Aurora. Look at how pretty this is. Oh my god. Oh, amazing. Oh my god, I love this area. I could just go stand here and... Is there any wave sounds? Oh, ooh, beautiful. Oh. It's the moon. So I really like the Sith Inquisitor story a lot. I really, really like it. It's by far the one that I replay the most and will probably replay again. It is the moon. It's not a moon. No, yes, that's the moon. Oh my god, what's behind me? Oh. The critters walked up to me to look at the moon with me, apparently. Yeah, but I like your emoji. Where'd that come from? Your Taurus emote. What is my favorite Force story though? So the Jedi Knight, I really love how epic it gets at the end, without any spoilers. And the Jedi Consular seems to be the least favorite of the 4 stories. I like it though. I've played it a couple times. And then the Sith Warrior is very, very secretive, very sneaky, very lots of secret stuff going in the background. Dun dun dun, you know? Lovers of Twi'leks wants to know how you fire volunteers. Yeah, quote unquote fire. You just say you no longer need their services, Lovers of Twi'leks. Oh my gosh, did you have fun reading the drama thread? Let's see, we're gonna go back to YouTube. Will says, I really hope they let us add more combat styles in the feature. They gave me 2 combat styles and now I need more. Oh my gosh. How does that little book go? If you give a mouse a cookie, I don't know how the rest goes. He'll want a muffin. If you give a mouse a muffin, then he'll want a pizza. I think that's how the book goes, yeah. But yeah, I'm pretty okay with 2. I do worry that adding any more will give people a disincentive to play multiple characters. I already have less of a need to play a bunch of my characters as it is, because of these combat style combinations. But being able to play multiple characters, play the different stories, play the stories multiple times with different choices, I think that's definitely, and the way that we interact with Conquest, Galactic Seasons, and stuff like that, I think the integration of playing many characters is really, really healthy for the game. And I think adding more combat styles would be detrimental to that. Like if you could just swap between any of them that you've like earned in some way. However, I'm still surprised. I'm still surprised that it's a permanent choice. I can only assume that it's a technical hassle that makes it so you can't change it permanently, like pay 1,000 cartel coins, switch out your sorcerer to something else, and you can't switch it until you pay another 1,000 or something. I'm still surprised they haven't done that. Like I said, I can only guess it's some type of technical hurdle. Hope said on YouTube, thank you for your efforts and content. I didn't play for more than a year and now I'm returning. Oh, welcome back to the game to you too. Look, you can have a moon porg. Get this little guy. Oh, he's flying up in the sky there. Also, years of not playing before that. Your videos really helped me get into the game again. Thanks. Hey, welcome back to the game, Hope. Hope, did you see the newer video called Tips for New Players? That one, you're not technically a new player, but I think it'd be really useful for you if you haven't watched that one yet. Lots of little stuff that'll make your life easier. Mechamore, hey there for the first time. Mechamore said, I really regret my combat style choice. Yeah, it's very clear that it's permanent. So I like stick my nose up at anybody who says I didn't know it would be permanent. You guys are goofballs. There's like 6 warnings. However, I still can totally understand that you might regret your choice, or you chose it too quickly because you wanted it in the moment, but then you didn't know later, or maybe you didn't know enough about it, or you just didn't know if you wouldn't like that style or whatever. There's tons of reasons you might regret it down the road for sure. Captain Trick says mine reset after many months. Oh, that's so weird. It reset? I haven't heard anyone say that. Matix says, I just burned down over half my cartel coins for unlocking nearly 20 armor sets and 10 companion skins from the GTN, including the Jory Darrigan set. That is such a cool set. So you unlock them in collections, yeah? I'm surprised you did the companion skins. That's never something that I think of unlocking. Do you have a favorite companion skin? Oh, I guess you wouldn't maybe know the name. I love this set. One of my characters is wearing this one with a white dye, and I'm like, oh, the only thing I think is funny is the underwear. You guys ready for this? Look at them Fruit of the Looms right there. It's because there's a little like chest piece that's supposed to go over it. I love this set. It's very regal, Greek goddess, Jedi, whatever, you know? I made my first bounty hunter, says Darth Revan. Any Mandalorian stuff you can recommend? I don't have anything like particular that I like. However, Mandalorian. I also have that same kind. Did I spell it right? Probably spelled it wrong. One moment. It'll work. Oh my god. Did my website die? Nope, I'm just being impatient. I'm gonna link that for you in chat, Darth Revan, as well. And just flip through here, see if there's anything cool that you like, you know? What guild are you in? I am in Nexus, and I'll link a little more information about that. We are actually going to be opening applications in the new year. We were getting a lot of stuff set up before then. What is your favorite expansion? Okay, so I don't think I found a quest, right? I'm gonna go double check near the quote-unquote front door. But it actually doesn't make sense that it would even start here, right? Because on Republic side, when we played it, it seemed to start on, like... I don't remember exactly where it started, but it said does the old Ornamental first. So where does this one send us? I'm super curious about it. And luckily no one has spoiled it for me yet. Super, super nice. Okay, we're gonna go to the front door. We're just keeping our eyes open for a quest marker. We're not expecting you to see one. I thought you were searching. I thought you were just moon watching. Yeah, I was supposed to be searching.
Long live the new emperor.
Supposed being the keyword here. I think I might fly around with the taxi before I start the next quest. Then I can come back here later more easily. Gliding says I arrive in chat for the stream and I'm introduced to straight up tidy whities. That's right. White cheeks. Maybe the mission terminal on your ship. Oh yeah, I need to check there too. Thank you. So I don't think I can start it early. I just wanted to double check. So who's the new emperor? Is it the tidy whities? Mr. Soup Vegetable. Hey there for the first time. Mr. Soup says, playing Trooper Story for the first time in years. Never realized how awesome Eric Jorgen is, but he's my favorite initial pub companion now. I really like him. He's so cranky, but so justifiably cranky, you know? Like, he can be cranky all he wants. How do I know if I've unlocked a quick travel? Like, I kind of see it on the map, but I don't know if I, like, got it. I don't think I have to click them anymore. Okay, so I already had it. I was close enough. Let's go fly around, and then we'll go to my ship. Thanks for reminding me. We need a smoke machine in the game to go with the water and moon to make it steamy. Tidy whities. Spectre says, I played in the beta, played for about 2 years after launch and quit. I just came back. Oh, welcome back to you too. We have a lot of returning players today. Hi, all of you. Nice to see you all. I just came back and it's very overwhelming. Tried to focus on something specifically to do with a level cap of 80. It seems daunting. Spectre. Oh my gosh. It's a very, very common comment for players coming back to say they feel overwhelmed. And new players too, actually. They just don't know how much more there is to be overwhelmed by. The biggest idea to remember is that this game is over 10 years old. I think it just had its 12-year mark.
The Force will be with you.
Robert, thank you very much. Cheers to you. And understand the idea that a lot of the content is added for the players who've been playing for the last 10 years or whatever. It's not necessarily meant for you to understand and do all at once. It's stuff you can look forward to learning and doing over the next, like, 5 to 10 years or whatever, you know? So, first off, don't feel like you have to know it all. Stop. Hard stop. Okay, second. If you're not level 80 yet, that's usually a good place to start. Focus on doing the main story if you aren't already. And whenever you feel like it, hop into any group content. If you see any friends playing or join a guild and join, if they're doing something, feel free to jump in with them. If you feel like doing flashpoints, go ahead and try that out. And as for all the 6 bajillion different activities in the game, PvP seasons, galactic seasons, conquest, crafting, datacrons, achievement hunting, blah, 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 all these kind of like secondary systems, I think is maybe the right word. Pick like one at a time you're maybe interested in. Don't try to learn them all at once. Best girl panties in the game. The tidy whities, oh my goodness. Cover your bum. Phantom says, don't mock my too many characters that use Jory's diaper. Little underwears. Oh, we've lost the thread of this stream, haven't we? I'm sorry. Robert said, I'm adding 4 more characters to my Asia Pacific server. For some reason, after my first 4 characters, I can't use the same hairdo anymore. It just vanished. Oh, that's bizarre. You should have... So some species can't use the same hairstyle. So I don't know if maybe you're trying a different species that you don't normally. That could be part of it. Otherwise, I have no idea. Good old John says, I've been back for about a month. I missed the game. Welcome back to you too. Like I said, ton of returning players in here today. Okay, we're gonna go check the ship. I don't think I saw any quests here. Gonna go check out the ship. Broadsword, please give us a hand-washing deco. Have to keep clean. It's a dirty galaxy. Datacron guide, do you like the quest on Voss where you have to go wash your hands? So stupid. Patrick says, I'm not... Oh my gosh, I'm so far behind. I promise I'm catching up. Patrick says, I'm not much of a fan of separate Mandalorian helmets being worth as much as the whole gold set to unlock, even when 50% off. Oh, Pat, I feel the same way. I don't understand why the helmets, like the individual helmets, are so expensive. And then they also cost so much to unlock in collections individually. Like, bonanza. I can only guess that they were trying it out and seeing if people would pay for the same amount for just a helmet. Because if you're going to buy just a helmet, it's going to save them a lot of dev time if they don't have to make the whole armor set, right? What am I looking at? Not that. I'm looking for the box on my ship. This is the box on my ship. The box on my ship doesn't have anything. Okay, so I think we've confirmed that to start Ord Mantell, or Old Wounds for that matter, you can only do the story in order. That's all you can do. So where does this quest want me to go? Did I untrack it by accident? Oh, I totally did. Speak to Darth Malgus? Okay, well there's where that one starts. At this point, I'm sorry if I still haven't answered your question yet. I will, but I am also going into spoilers, so if you have to bounce out, now's the time to do it. Say bye before we go talk to Malgy Boy. I'll dance in front of the door for a little bit and see if I can get some more questions answered. Every time I come back, says good old John, is because I saw a Swtorista video that made me miss the game. LOL. Okay. Let's see. You can really see how their environment design says, well, teams have grown in skill over the years. Mech Shaw really hits that grungy space alley feel that Nar Shaddaa never did. Oh my gosh, I really like Mech Shaw too. It's such a neat, like, conceptual concept of being an asteroid junk smuggler port, and it's got all the cool shipping containers, and like they designed a billion signs for it all over. Just super, super, super cool.
The Force will be with you. Always.
Please feel well. Ahoy YouTube before I bounce.
Thank you, DCH. Thanks, I'll go cry later with my headache. Night Dreamer says, I've been on and off since Knights of the Old Republic. Oh my gosh, that's a long time. We have Sith Inquisitor, says Saul, is the only storyline I actually completed. I love that one. I love that one. I'm just cracking up about you guys talking about the story. Darth says, I planned on doing the Jedi Knight story first, then I dropped it because I spent like $50 on my consular. Was that a bad choice? Why did you drop money on a character you didn't want to play? Buddy, I don't have that, for you. Andre says, do you like the gameplay? I only play for the story. Ah, so I can totally understand that. Maybe there are players out there who only like the story, but the gameplay is like, blech. So personally, I really like the gameplay at a higher skill level. I don't like it very much when I'm just running class stories. That's probably one of the reasons I haven't running a lot of class stories lately. It's just like, I just hit the one key and everything dies, you know, there's nothing to avoid or think about. But I really do enjoy the PvP, like against other players, as well as operations, flashpoints, the slightly harder stuff. And I also like the stupid just running around mindlessly with a big group. I'm sorry. I'm such a pleb. Dark Jedi Knight says there's still so many datacrons that I haven't found yet. Yeah, no kidding. There's so many. I still haven't gone back and gotten the Ord Mantell one, the new one. The new one that came with the new area, just because that one's really long. Sorry, it's called the Kessen's Landing Datacron. The double XP week says KB is awesome with multiple characters. I have a number of level 55 to 65 characters and currently working them towards level 80 in a rapid fashion. That's what I should be doing, but I don't want to. I want to do Old Wounds because I want to see the new story. We have a genuine question from DMark Official. Wait. Oh, I see. It's a question and not a comment veiled as a question. How do you get past the boring missions that you have to do? I love the game, but I find myself getting bored because some of the missions. Yeah, no, that's a really great question. So I'm going to have to agree with you. Some quests are definitely better than others. And sometimes there are just specific quests that you want to play. Maybe the one you're trying to get through is not necessarily bad, but you're like, I just wanted to get to a specific part. And that's actually what I'm doing right now. I don't particularly want to play Old Wounds right now. I really want to play the Ord Mantell story because I haven't seen that yet. I supposedly haven't seen Boss Interpreter's Retreat yet, but I have a feeling it's going to be very similar Republic and Imperial side. I swear to God, I played it on a character though. Now I'm confused. Maybe I should figure that out. So first off, number one, streaming or playing with friends or watching Netflix or whatever else, doing something else on the side makes it really fun. I like chatting with you guys and theorizing about the story while I play. Second, spacebar. You can spacebar through, you're allowed. You don't have to watch the story for a second or third time, or if you don't want to at all. I like watching it. I like looking at my pretty characters and listening to them talk, but you can skip it. The only quests that you really have to do, in my opinion, are the ones that are the main story. If there are side quests, don't feel like you have to do them. Like, just skip them altogether. I hope that was a bit of advice. It's kind of generic, but in the end, ideally, they would introduce more skips for players who want them. Isaac said the Rishi Datagron that takes you on a treasure hunt was fun. I like that one, yeah. That one's really neat. I like doing that one with a group. Phantom says, quote-unquote, tolerates Swtor's outdated combat system, so much crowd control and healing attack on generic trash. Yeah, that's why I was saying I really like the more complicated stuff for sure. More complicated. There's a little less of that, in my opinion. Some older masks and helmets of gold quality are priced to unlock as silver. I'm pretty sure I saw that some of them were silver. Oh, weird. Weird. Not gonna lie, I've been away from the game so long since Dark Jedi Knight, but after watching Swtorista, I was inspired to come back. What can I say? I'm enjoying the game. Nasasu said, I'm guessing they're pricing those helmets, the ones we were talking about earlier, that are so costly, because there's demand for it. That's my guess, too. That's my guess, too, is the only reason they would make them is if people were buying them, or thinking people would buy them. Okay, alright. I think I'm mostly caught up now. Will said, one feature I'd really wish they would implement is something similar to Dragon Age Keep or the Mass Effect stuff to establish story choices for things you don't want to play through again. Oh my god, I would love some type of story tree. Unfortunately, the way that this game is set up, that would have had to have been something they kind of incorporated into the game from the beginning. It seems like it'd be really, really, really hard to slap on afterwards. So basically, all of the data is kind of there. And you used to be able to see some of it. At least you used to be able to see, like, the dialogue choices on a website called Tor Community. I don't know if it's up right now or not. And when you would make that choice, it was a node, and then your choice that you made would be saved somewhere in kind of like basically a spreadsheet. However, a spreadsheet is not like something a player can easily read. I imagine it's literally just every choice is a number, and you've got like a second number to signify what choice you made with it. So like, did you romance? Did you choose to flirt with Theron in that one conversation? It's marked down as like number 6047798, and your response was 2. And that one is also connected to 3 other choices that you made earlier with Theron Sean, and the one where you broke up with Lana Benico, and they're all connected, but not in a way that's like visual. I was watching someone play a really cool game called Detroit Becoming Human, and they have the tree, and you can kind of see the branching paths, and some are like faded out, and they're like written down what they were, and I think they might even have some type of screenshot or image to go with them, or maybe not, but either way, it was very clear what choices you'd made, and that would have had to have, they would have to go back and like label and visually create an interface that connects all of those. Oh my god, that sounds really hard with very little return. Very little return. And then being able to choose things along the way, you would have to go, I don't know how the Dragon Age one works, I'm sorry. You'd have to go choice by choice. You couldn't even just choose one at the end, because the ones at the end are, you might have ones that contradict each other if you just make choices at the end. Like, for example, you want to choose that you romanced Lana. Okay, did you romance anyone else along the way? Did you break up with them? Did you romance Lana? At what point in the story did you do that? Was it earlier on or later on? Did you even play Shadow of Revan? Did you, you know, like, it would, oh my god. It'd be such a, it'd be cool. I would to be clear, I'm such a dork and would totally go through my choice tree like that. Did you, tell, Lord so-and-so 500 levels back to kiss your bum? Like, you'd have to go choose those too, I think. Or they'd have to set presets for all of them. And oh my god, it sounds hard. Quinlana says, I really need to switch my Swtor security app to my new phone, but I'm very afraid to get it locked out of my account. Do I need a 12-year-old passwords or something? Oh my gosh, Quinlana. What you'll need to do is you need to go to Swtor.com with your old phone, log into Swtor.com. You will need your password to your account. If you don't have that, start by requesting a password to your email and make sure you have that. And then you can remove the security key and then you can add a new one. But you won't be able to do that until you're actually logged into your account. So you can't like do it by accident and then not be able to reset it, if that makes sense. How are you liking the new lighting stuff? Oh, I haven't played a lot of the new story. Sorry, I haven't played a lot of the old story with the new lighting yet. I haven't touched it yet. But I've seen a lot of players like posting screenshots and talking about it. It seems pretty cool. Pretty cool. Hey there, Digi. Hi there, Digi, for the first time. What's that little, oh, you went to TwitchCon in Amsterdam. Cool. I got to go to the one in Las Vegas. It was super fun. Can I ask what your favorite thing you saw was 3 years ago? To be fair, they could replace all the family tree stuff and put the choice tree there. Oh my god, but they have to build the whole thing. Do you know how janky this family tree is? And you want to attach your sacred story choices to this thing? It can barely load in with like 4 characters on there. And you're going to have 6,000. I can't even zoom out. There's no zoom function. Oh my god. Replace, not attach. How do you do a security code? Oh, hey there, Lonnie on YouTube. It's a whole thing. I need to remake a guide about how to do that, because the first guide I did, I talked about the security a lot and less about the guide. But basically, you add a security key to your phone, and it's like an app that you can download. And it makes your account more secure because your phone will show you a key, like it's a number. And you just type it into your account when you log in addition to your password. And the idea is that someone might know your password, like, for whatever reason. Maybe you were a dummy and you used the same password for here and for Neopets and for your World of Warcraft account, and someone got one of those. But they still wouldn't have your security key on your physical phone, so... and you get a free 100 cartel coins. And as Isaac is mentioning in Twitch, you can also use Google Authenticator app, which is the one that I like to use. You can use Authy, you can use whatever the Apple Authenticator is, probably called Apple Authenticator. Yeah, it's free 100 cartel coins per month too, and makes your account more secure, which is super nice. Yeah. Made a new Star Force character, says Phantom, and planning to use no XP boost and just do every mission every once in a while. It's fun to do everything. You're gonna do every mission? You're gonna be like level 80 on like Coruscant. But I'd love a story skip token that lets you pick those kind of choices, and I feel like the devs would love that too. The devs, even since a long time ago, even ones that don't work there anymore, and especially the newer ones who are working on the story and narrative and cutscenes and stuff, they're such freaking lore nerds. Those two ladies are like as much in love in the game as you guys and the story and stuff like that. They're intertwined with it for sure. So I can only imagine they would love something like that where you can choose your choices and see them and stuff like that. Absolutely. But that's a huge technical thing, huge. And to be honest, I bet their time is better spent elsewhere than on a project that I don't even know if it's technically possible. Explain your dashboard, the abilities? Well, you see, the first 2 abilities I have on my dashboard are actually snowballs for the Life Day event. And throw the custom hut ball. What is this character? Why is this character such a mess? What's going on here? Hang on here. I don't even know what's going on, to be honest. I've got a big mess on my bars right now. Don't look too closely. It'll make you sad. I'm missing like a key ability too. Where's recklessness? We don't ask questions like that here. Swtorista, why is your room such a mess? I don't know. Where's recklessness? Do I even have recklessness? Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. He will cry. Lots of Star Wars gifts. Oh my gosh, I actually got quite a few Star Wars gifts for Christmas for sure. Squatto says, I played a character through the whole post-main story content to check out the new cutscene graphics, and they really hit different. Right, yeah! That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. But yeah, I haven't tried it yet. Do you play Destiny? No. Hi, on what server do you play? Rev Octane. We got a lot of Revan lovers in chat here. To be fair, Revan's awesome. I am on the Star Forge server. What is this? I see a comment not in English. Is that about my nose? It's always a 50-50. Translate. It's either saying something nice or something about my nose. It's Russian? Spanish? What is Napia? Man, I don't know. What does this mean? I don't know, man. Google can't even tell if it's Spanish or Russian, so. Do you like the big map or the little map? Oh, I love the baby map. I love the baby map so much. I love it. I can't get it open right now. Here we go. I love it. I wish it would update regularly. I can't wait till they fix that. Oh my gosh. Sunjammer says, please refer to the Swtorista basic class guides to tidy up your shambolic hot bars. Oh my god. Did you have a good Christmas? Yes! I did. I had a very nice Christmas. I got to spend time with family and give all the gifts we've been working on all year and stuff. Very happy. Baby map, do 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 do. But baby map, do 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 do. Oh, that's not it, right? That's a different song. Okay, so I'm going to go start the story now. I was scared. I wanted to answer all the questions before I went into spoiler territory, but I'm going there now. I'm gonna stop the fun music. That's how you... Stop the fun music. Cantina music immediately starts playing. Immediately. Oh, that's funny. Oh, here we go. Baby map, do 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 do. Baby map, we're going into super spoilers. If you don't want any spoilers about the story, you should leave right now. And say bye. Or don't look and don't listen. Okay? Okay? Yeah? Yeah! I am super confused because I swear to God that I played this on Imperial side. Does anyone remember if I have? Maybe I played it on a Second Republic character? This is my main Imperial character. This is the Imperial character that I play. But I'm clearly not done it. Speezy wants to know if there's a voice narrator for the game. Hey, Speezy. I'm about to start playing some of the story, so there's not a narrator, per se. But instead, for the most part, your character and the other characters speak. Or you can read the subtitles. I can't remember. I think this is a full cutscene, so you might be able to see coming up right here what it looks like. Quinlana says, maybe you played it on the test server? Ooh, that's a solid guess, but no, because the story wasn't on the test server. Everything but. Don't you have a spreadsheet for that? Yeah, but I don't always keep it up to date. Darn it. Lana or Theron? Lana Bonico. My son has a learning disability. He really likes Star Wars and wants to play the game but can't read subtitles. Great. This is... he may run into some problems with some other parts of the game, like quest directions. But if he can follow, like, map markers, he might be okay.
Bottom line,
I can show you what the gameplay looks like for that soon.
He fears nothing. You keep talking about putting an end to what he wants, and we'll get nowhere. Make him think you understand. That's the key to getting anything out of him.
So, as you can see, one of my compadres is talking to me in my earpiece. I'm going to talk to this character. this character is going to talk back to me. However, there is still some reading comprehension required for the game. However, it will depend on how strong his learning disability is. For example, if he has some minimal reading or he doesn't mind doing some button mashing, should be pretty okay. For example, we have a friend who has a very difficult time reading, but he can read, and he's just fine for this game. And the full voiced audio is awesome for him. I just like it. Are we gonna taunt him? Okay, taunt Malgus.
Still sitting on the throne of defeat.
My Imperial character is not behind.
I
She's
told
doing
you
old
he won't
wounds.
respond to that. Get him to think you're on his side.
I remember what happened. Do you guys remember Old Wounds Reset? I did play this. This is like the 4th time I've played this. I played it once Republic side, once Imperial side, Republic Reset, Imperial Reset. You know I have to play it again.
If you explain to me what you hope to accomplish, maybe I can help you. Maybe there's another way to finish what you started. A way that others will accept.
Gosh, darn it.
Few minds can comprehend my
And you can
vision.
also turn off the subtitles as Vipisi if it's something that's like distracting. But yeah, he would still need to pick one of these. However, I think a lot of players don't even read them and just like press the 1 key. It's totally fine too.
That is true. You and I have a unique perspective.
Perhaps that is why they parade you in front of me.
Good start.
KB,
Try
yep.
asking him something.
We have to replay it all over again because it reset.
Did it occur to you that I am the only one whose patience hasn't worn thin?
Oh gosh, I love the voice acting. Sith Inquisitor, oh yeah.
You're losing our only chance to ask about Hedda.
That's it.
I've had enough of your games.
KB,
Tell me
it was a
something I
bug,
can use.
unfortunately.
Or face the consequences.
There is nothing you can do that I haven't already suffered tenfold by my own ignorance. The Emperor kept our kind distracted with petty squabbles, while he hoarded true power. The Jedi are no better, caging the Force within those few they deem worthy. I will tear apart the corrupt systems that allow weakness to infect the galaxy. I will stop the rot. I will burn down all of their failing legacies and see who embraces the flame.
Oh no, are we going on a lore bender? I can feel it.
More of his mystical oath-sick.
I feel
What
it
about the Holocaust?
stirring in my
If Hedda
heart.
has something she can use against my people,
Who whispers in your ear?
Shush, Malgus, I'm talking about accessibility. Shut up. Sit there in your cage and be quiet. Oh!
Shave Vizsla.
So Species says, I need to find an app that reads the options and subtitles. The voice translator built into Windows doesn't work as you can't click the text to have it transcode the text to voice. Yes, you are entirely correct, Vipisi, that unfortunately the text, although it is saved in the game's files, it's not like a text that you can highlight that Windows can actually like quote unquote see. So unfortunately that is an accessibility issue in this game. So I don't know of any readers that will read it out for you. Here's a big question for both Twitch and YouTube chat. We've done some accessibility stuff for if you have eyesight problems, but if you have a disability that doesn't allow you to read or it's really a struggle, do you guys know of any types of screen readers? It would probably have to be OCR or some type of AI-aided image clip where you could select this text. Probably it would take a little screenshot of it and then parse it and read it out loud. Can we go Google that? Can we take a moment? Hang on. Ugh. So like I said, the game's voiced otherwise and you could kind of fumble your way through it. Okay. OCR for video games? So you would have to like... Oh my gosh, I don't want Japanese video games, but OCR is the right word, right? Snipping tool has capabilities in Windows 11? No way! I don't have Windows 11. So I'm gonna vaguely show you how to do this Vapeezy, but I don't know the specifics. Okay, so Vapeezy. If you guys have Windows 11, open up your Windows bar. Let's see if I can show you. So I have an older version, so it probably doesn't have this functionality. So open up your like search bar, type in snip. The snipping tool should be there automatically. Yours is going to look different. Yours is going to look different because you'll have a newer version. I'm going to do a new snip. So basically what this tool is for is it takes a screenshot. But one of our fellow players said that if you snip this, it can read it out loud. So if your son has the ability to like play video games, I'm guessing he might have the ability to use a snipping tool. You know, use a snipping tool, select the area you want it to read, and there's probably a button somewhere. So like I said, I have the older version. I'm trying to see if I have like secretly in here. Check that out. Oh my gosh. My stepmother uses a program called JAWS. Yes, JAWS is one of the most well-known text-to-speech screen readers, and unfortunately, a lot of video games and generally images don't have that functionality. A lot of people use it for like software often has the functionality, and websites, internet, because internet's mostly text. Can SWTOR be played on a Steam Deck? Yeah. Apparently a lot of people like it on a Steam Deck. Vapeezy, I'm here every weekday morning, 8 to 10 a.m. Pacific. I would love to hear back about this if it works or doesn't work. I would love to share it if you figure out a solution. And if that doesn't work, come back and I'll see what else I can find too. But the words that you'd be Googling are OCR for video games, or and then the tool that we were talking about was snipping tool Windows 11. Text-to-speech is what I search for. Right, and that's why it's tricky, because it's not technically text. Sort of. The computer doesn't recognize it as text. Wow, awesome. Thank you so much for stopping by with that question. Speezy, I'm gonna link you something else just because I'm so proud of it. I like it a lot. Oh, but I can't spell. Let's make sure I spelled it right first. Is it swtorista.com/accessibility? Yeah, okay. If you come back to me, is it called quick to redact? I bet you it is. Is redact read out loud? No, that's remove, right? Snipping tool, Windows 11. Voice? No, read text. This is so cool. Hang on. I really wish I had it right now. Capture the screenshot. Switch to the snipping tool window, which will show the screenshot. Oh my gosh, SWTOR, be quiet a second. Oh, I can't mute it. Be quiet. There we go. Switch to the snipping tool window, which will show the screenshot. Click the text actions icon. Oh, it's a picture of a little, like, dashed square with lines in it. Oh, that link didn't work, did it? The feature will identify all the text in the capture screenshot and highlight it. Click and drag the mouse to select a particular word or sentence from the screenshot. Oh, wait. That wasn't it at all. What the heck? We're gonna find it. I'm so excited. Windows 11. do you guys... Okay, who said you can do that? Idle, how do you do it? How do you do it? Teach us! This is why I don't research too much stuff on stream, because I feel like a ding-dong when I can't figure stuff out. Anyways, let's continue talking to Malgi Boy. Sound good? You can talk to Shavis.
Your thoughts are plain to me, Mandalore the Avenger. Your rage consumes you. There was a battle, and your prey slipped through your fingers. Your people are divided, while Heta Kol gathers her army. You are right to come begging for answers. Heta will destroy you.
Where is she? Dinila Hutun!
Where is she?
Answer me!
Thanks, Idle. That'd be awesome. I would love to put a guide about that specifically. Oh, you got it to OCR, but not to read it out loud. Right, I think that's what I found.
Can you not see it? The past looms over us all. A shadow of unchanging history. There are fools who believe they can outrun the shadow. Without a flame to chase it away, it will consume them. They are doomed to repeat the same failures. None who have stood by my side have understood this. The only one who could have is my enemy.
Is that me or somebody else?
That you and I must remain that way.
Hey, Plush, what a nice question. What a good follow-up question. You know what? I don't really care too much what Malgus has to say. Otherwise, I'm just gonna obsess about it for like 40 minutes. And I like these other conversations better. They don't haunt my dreams. Plush wants to know 2 things. Before I landed on Steam, I have played SWTOR on a PC. There are YouTube videos trying to teach new people how to do the same using a controller, my case being the Xbox One controller. What should I use for setting up controls for SWTOR on my Xbox controller? Hey there! Plush, we actually have a whole guide about that. This up. Swtorista.com/controllers. I don't think for the one that I did it specifically on the... Is this an X-Bone controller? Guys, I'm sorry. I don't know video games. I made this guide, but when I made it, I like borrowed a controller from Mr. Swtorista because I never played an Xbox before. You should have seen me fumbling with trying to figure out how to even like use the controller, period. So basically, this is the setup that you can use, and then you should, if you follow this, be able to understand how to customize it to your own liking as well. If you have a question like beyond this guide, feel free to come and ask in here. There's a good chance I can't answer, but hopefully I can. And if not, maybe someone in here can as well. Have a good one, Achillian. Have a great day. We'll see you from your PC. Do you think Malgus really related to Heta's Mandos, or are they 2 separate parties? Because it feels like the latter. I'm still very unsure. So there is the artifact that Heta has now acquired through Sahar that Darth Malgus was also trying to acquire. So they are definitely... There is a story relation there. But whether Malgus has any, like, actually working together with the Mandos, I don't know. I'm kind of unclear. Like, either he hired them to help get it, or it's just kind of like, I don't know why Heta Kol even needs it unless she wants a bunch of Force-sensitive Mandalorians, which is not totally out of the picture. Oh my gosh. So Darth Malgus is talking about this whole, like, fanning the flames and stuff like that, or quenching with flames? Cleansing with fire, and it made me think about Malachor and Malachor 5 and the events of Knights of the Old Republic 2. Basically, the idea that something so catastrophic could happen that it creates a wound in the Force, and even an individual can be so wounded that they are wounded in the Force, so emotionally, mentally, whatever, wounded that, like, they suck the Force out of everything. And I was wondering if maybe he's trying to, like, remove the Force from the galaxy, both dark and light. Maybe he wants to blow up the moon. He wants to blow up Ashla and Bogan. I don't know. Maybe that's what he means by fire? And, oh, but why does he want to find the artifact that finds Jedis or finds Sith or finds Force-sensitive users? Maybe he wants to kill them all or take all their forces? I don't know. Man, I'm super curious about this story, and I'm starting to agree with the people who were saying things like, stop with the Mando story, I want to see the Sith story, because I like the Mando story, but I wanted it to be like in addition. Oh my gosh. NR2, oh, number 2 is the best choice here? Yes, a shame.
Nothing lasts forever.
Hey there, Daniels. What does off-road gaming in your name mean? Do you have a little portable setup that you take with you? Or do you just like off-roading and gaming? Darren's like, oh. Later on, we'll conspire as we lay by the fire. A beautiful sight, La Bonico tonight.
I'm relieved you answered.
And now we start the Old Wound's actual storyline.
I must make an unusual request.
I don't care what I say to Darth Malgus, ... 2 hours later. Oh my god, it's so true, JR.
What exactly do you mean by unusual?
Why does it
would be
why does the lore always pull me in when even when I don't care?
By the three.
Do I know George?
Has left me
Oh, I know of, sorry.
disquieted. Meet me at these coordinates on Voss, and I will explain in greater detail.
What about the investigation into the
I
origins of
sent her
Darth
out.
Maul's relic? Have you heard anything from your team?
I have. It is best if I show you in person. I will await your arrival.
So I have already played this.
Boss. Well,
Embarrassingly, I don't remember it.
We have enough mysteries to contend with without getting the Voss involved. They're not exactly known for being straightforward. Sana Ray sounded unlike herself. I do hope whatever she has to tell you isn't too troubling.
Oh, Yaviel, Greenleaf, hi there for the first time. You have a very interesting question. What outfit is your character wearing? So my character is actually wearing an outfit by mistake. This is actually her quote-unquote battle gear. Oh, look at all our little snowflakes. The snowflakes are completely unrelated, to be clear. Those are just part of the Life Day events. I think someone threw a snowball on me when I wasn't looking. So this outfit is actually the gear that you get from gearing up at level 80. Sorry, level 80, and it's the most like base level gear. They made this kind of cool skin to signify your level 80 endgame armor, and there's a couple different colors of it. But this is how it looks by default. It's got a really silly helmet that I'll show you too. Okay, it's kind of a neat helmet, and I like that it's a high quality texture, but it's not what she's meant to be wearing. She's meant to be wearing her outfit. I guess just for whatever reason I forgot to turn that on. So she's actually got a cool... You know what? Let's put her back in this. That's what she's in. That's her outfit now. Nope. It's cool. Let's enjoy it. Okay, so next we're gonna meet Sana Ray on Voska. Normal boss. Yo, Swtorista, I have a question for you, says Gliding. As it's possible for me to use an Authenticator, Google Authenticator, as an alternative to SWTOR SK app, how do I accomplish it successfully and without difficulty? My brain just broke. So I totally understand what you're asking. Like, okay, I know you can use it, as you're asking, but how do I do it without screwing it up? So I, at one point, removed it from my phone because we were adding it to my free-to-play account or something like that. And then I haven't used it since, but I need to turn it back on. I'm just super lazy and keep forgetting. I do know I was using Google Authenticator, and I don't think I had to, like, this is just from my memory. I don't think I had to do anything special to make it work. Like, I was just able to use the code from Google Authenticator. However, I should just work on a guide for that. You know what? Let's do that today. Let's do that today. However, it's not something I can do on stream because I have to, like, log into my account and stuff. So, are you willing to wait, like, a day or two? I write out some instructions. I feel like I shouldn't have to ask that. Would you enjoy if in a day or two I wrote it out? Sorry. Better question there. Brinchi says, just kill off Lana and Theron, such dull character development. Oh my gosh, Brinchi. You know those memes that are like, what is your opinion that would have you like this? And then like the characters at sword point by a million people. That's you right now. You better hide yourself. You better conceal your identity. Thousands of SWTOR players are coming for you. I kind of agree. To be fair, they are kind of just placeholders, I guess you could say, to help move the story forward while giving you a companion. They're kind of like a contact rather than a true character. Unfortunately, in this specific game, you are the main character. And it makes everyone else kind of fluff. I would say the main companions have pretty decent development, but they also have a finite end. Like at the end of the class story, their story is wrapped up. In the expansions, they just kind of keep going, and they don't have the time to dedicate to actually like growing their character outside the story. I will say, if you get a chance to learn about Arkin's story, Prince Arkin, they do get a chance to develop that one a bit outside the story. I don't know why they picked him, but they did. And he has actual character development, which is pretty cool. There could be more done with them, absolutely, right? I'm still really hoping for that wedding expansion. But yeah, I mean, like, if you look at Theron, if you look at his character beyond just what we see in the game, for example, if you look at him in the book, if you look at him with his relationship with Teal'Shawn, his mom, his relationship with his dad, Jace Malcolm. Sorry, I'm fidgeting. Arkin has mommy issues? I mean, that's fair. So does like every other character in the game. Star Wars, it's a family game. It's a family story. Brinji says they haven't changed since 3.0. 100% agree with that. If you look beyond it though, those storylines and ideas exist. They just don't really get a chance to explore them. Mostly because they're not part of the main story. Lana Beniko, the idea that she's kind of turned away from the traditional idea of a Sith is something that could be explored way, way, way more. Like, you could have like hour-long conversations with her about it, I'm sure, but they only get to touch on it very, very briefly. It'd be super cool if you... How would you guys feel, question mark, about... Like, I obviously have no control over this. I'm just asking, like, would you rather a short conversation where both Lana Beniko and your character get to speak, or a long, in-depth conversation where only Lana gets to speak and it's like the KOTOR style conversations where your character doesn't have a voice and there's the little black bars, and it's not like a real cutscene. It's mostly just the voice with kind of a character and their mouths moving. I would really like that. Like the conversations you used to have with your companions in the KOTOR games. I would like that. Like you could talk to Kreia in depth. So Robin's like, I'd actually prefer a shorter cutscene where both of them speak. So for Robin, her character being able to talk is really important, and having that actual interaction versus just text. How do you play the DLCs? Hey there, D-Mark. So there is 2 that you can play for free, and you start them on your ship. I put a little more information in the story order guide that I've linked to in chat. You can use the table of contents to skip ahead. I believe the first one you can start at level like 48 or 50. McKeb, Rise of the Hutt Cartel. Second one you can start, I think, at 55. But don't quote me on that. The guide has the proper info. Haha. But after that, you have to subscribe, and those also have level requirements, and you usually start them from your ship, usually. Wedding expansion, says Shaza? What's wedding expansion? Oh, that's just me having dreams and wishes. I keep hoping that they're going to add an expansion that's you get to host a fancy wedding for anybody of your choice, of your companions, and it's a whole romance expansion. That's all it is. Just you talking to your companions. That's it.
You have arrived.
Right, definitely seeing some mixed opinions, and I think that's where it gets tricky.
I have been waiting
Sotor
to
can't
show
unfortunately have the budget to please us all to death.
When we first uncovered the existence of Darth Null, I could not imagine that tracing the origins
Corey,
of one
I'd
of her
love to
relics
show you
would
that
lead
map.
here.
Don't
the
let me
members
forget.
of the Force Enclave that we sent to the planet in wild space. I never regained contact with them, except for one final message that contained their findings. The man who sent it to me was changed. No doubt by what they endured and by what they found. What you are about to see.
What do I
Darth
see?
Null possessed a talent that was unique among her kind. Through the Force, she could connect her mind to another's. Darth Null could speak to someone's most hidden desires, reach depths of their thoughts they could not reach themselves. Over great distances, she could mentally bond with anyone who could feel the Force. In those who did not recognize their own abilities, she awakened that realization. She was looked down upon for this by those who believed she shared power with the unworthy. She could find no favor among her kind.
So clearly a connection to Malgus' speech here. Very clearly.
Darth Null took those who would follow her to an empty world in wild space, where they could do as they pleased, without judgment. Null taught her disciples how to forge mental bonds as she did. They called out to others and invited them to their sanctuary. But eventually, Null made a connection with someone she did not intend. A being of dark malevolence, the Sith Emperor. He hunted her down, using her own power against her. Before the Emperor could reach her followers, Null locked many of their secrets away in the ruins my team discovered.
So is that supposed to be Darth Null herself, or just
Null
an
and the
acolyte?
others fought back against their captors,
The Miriala?
but their fate was sealed. The Emperor dominated the minds of her disciples, bent them to his will, enslaved them.
Little baby.
After that day, Null's followers became servants of the Emperor, and she became Darth Null.
If the Emperor made her Darth Null after she was captured, who was she before?
She was no one. At least, not after she was expelled from the Jedi Order.
You're telling me that Darth Null, the woman that Malgus blindly reveres, she was a Jedi?
For a time. The account of Darth Null's removal from the Jedi is told from her own perspective. We do not know much about what transpired before that, other than what she was called, Master Renaya.
Malgus knows about Master Renaya, and everything else about Darth Null's past, I'm sure of it. We're chasing shadows and making fools out of ourselves.
But now the truth has come to light. If Malgus wanted to hide it forever, he failed.
All that you found about Darth Null. Why did I have to come to Voss to hear it?
After I heeded the Three's request to return to Voss, I heard whisperings. rumors of a vision that caused great concern among the mystics. The three forbade them to speak about what was seen. A revelation centered on Darth Malgus.
I'm not beholden to these irrational fanatics. They will tell me what was in this vision.
It will not be as simple as that. The three know well the value you would place on hearing the details of this vision. But they would never share them with an outsider, even one of your status, unless you gave them a reason to.
I saved this planet from the brink of total destruction. Isn't that enough?
That lady is
some,
tall.
yes.
She's a boss, yeah.
But we must sway those who believe you brought Valen's attack upon Voss. From the damage she caused, there may be a way. Despite our best efforts, some of our most sacred temples have yet to be rebuilt in the years since Valen's assault.
I don't care about the
The
rest of
Shrine
this.
of Contemplation
to be honest.
is too deep.
I'll take care of it, it's fine. Oh my gosh, did you guys see my eyes? I felt like my eyes were gonna like bug out of my head hearing about this Darth Null stuff. So I have, Bringy says, doing all the new story feels like a chore. The fact I can't skip to it is part of the reason. I had to play through all the 6.0 story to get to the new stuff. Bringy, I do agree with you. Bringy, you've known me quite a long time. I'm sure you may have noticed I have some memory and time and issues, both. If you've ever seen me try and host a guild event before and I can't tell what the hell date or time it is or how far away it is, I have the distinct pleasure of not remembering like 90% of this, even though I played it when it first came out twice. 3 times because it reset. So I kind of get this, it's this way with TV books, TV shows and stuff like that for me too. So bad part, I don't remember. Good part, I get to replay it without remembering. Yeah, Horia, I really like this mini map. So Horia, this is something that was introduced to the game in an update a little bit ago. I believe the default key is Alt-M. Or it might be M for you. It got kind of funky because they had to reset it at some point. And you can also adjust it a lot. There's a button, can you guys see it? Yeah, there's a button right here. You can also adjust it a lot. If I load up one of my other interfaces, you can make it really, really big. You can adjust the opacity. There's lots of other little adjustments that you can make. In addition, some of you guys were asking, how did you get XYZ to show up on the map? That was a question from YouTube. That was from, Night Dreamer. There's a button here called Map Filters. You can click it, and you can filter what shows up and doesn't show up on your map. Sometimes it's a bit funky. If for some reason your map isn't updating, press M to open like the big one, and that usually fixes it. Sometimes when you change areas or sometimes when you load in, it doesn't quite work right away, but it does fix itself if you do this. And the map filters are also available here. Oh yeah, super, super cool. They've done a lot of work in terms of adding accessibility to the game. We were just talking about earlier about how you couldn't do certain things, which was frustrating, but they have added a lot of stuff that didn't exist at the launch of the game, including this map, which is hella useful for somebody like me who can't tell where the hell they are going and cries a little bit about it every time. We have been playing Final Fantasy with me, Zach, and Shelby still, and I've been playing for about probably at like 70 plus hours now, and I still can't figure out how to get my way around easily without getting lost. I cry. Brinty says every X-Pack they have done a skip this one because it was so bad they didn't. Brinty, I don't know if that's the reason or not. I would like to know more about it. That's not my theory on the reason. The official reason is that the stories are tied together, so they don't want you to accidentally skip integral context. My personal theory is that they actually don't like players skipping because it means you spend less time playing the game. Like, if you skip ahead, then you're not spending time doing the story. That's my theory. I don't know if it's true or not, or if it's useful or not. Just my theory. I don't have anything really to actually go off it. That was really good that you can forget the DLC makes replays a lot better, huh? Yep, it does. It makes watching TV shows fun too. However, it makes discussions with my husband really difficult. Sometimes he'll go back and like watch something and he's enjoying rewatching it with like a new eye, and I'll like sit down, I'll be like, who's that guy? And he's like, that's what do you mean you don't remember that person? That's like the main character. And I'll be like, oh, who's that? That's the guy that was on screen about 10 minutes ago and was just introduced. I'm sorry. He's really nice about it. It's very frustrating, I imagine, for him. Sometimes he looks at me like I'm an alien, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I just can't. Rav says, I was wondering if you knew how to fix the launcher issue where I need to accept terms every single time. I tried running it in admin mode and no look in my attempts. Someone told me an interesting fix the other day. Hang on. I think I saved it in my downloads file. Shea Vizsla Economy. 3-2 pub calcs. Oh yeah! Yeah, here we go. Hang on. I don't know if this is yes, this is a pretty nice fix.
Half-witted, scruffy-looking nerf herder.
Katie, thank you very much. So Ladiath is the person explaining the fix. They said, I downloaded the normal client, then did the EULA without downloading the whole 40 gigs. Then I just copied the EULA settings, EULA settings over to Steam. And you don't have to download the whole thing. It gives the EULA before the entire 40 gigs download in the base Sotor folder. Try that out and see if it works. Rav. Because we had Ladiath having the same issue and figured out a solution. Katie! Thank you. Cliff said, who's that guy? That's Darth Malgus. Who's Darth Malgus? Yes, I'm lucky enough to remember Darth Malgus, but not all this cool stuff he said. Horia said, the map was always an element that I had issues with in this game. Yes! And they like revamped it like kind of lock, stock, and barrel. They also like changed the actual graphics of the map, so hopefully they're a little clearer in some places, or rather they can be made bigger and not be too fuzzy. Okay, so what's next? Now we're going to Interpreter's Retreat, the new area. Did you forget about hands? These hands. Thanks, says Rav. It's driving me crazy, although it's only a few seconds inconvenience. No, it's a huge pain in the butt. I'd be really annoyed if I did that every time. Lover Island in YouTube said, do you have any advice for someone who played all classes, done stories, but can't find a main character? It depresses me for real. Oh my gosh. What a funny comment, lovers. I'm sorry. It depresses you for real. So I don't know if I have any advice. So my main character is also my first character, is also a character that I picked to play before the game even came out. And I also feel like I got lucky because I wound up really liking my choice of character that I chose. Vanguard tank. I wound up really liking both the role and the specific class. Like, it meshed really well with my chaotic way of playing and tanking. Compared to some of the other tank classes, especially. So my main character was almost decided before the game came out. What are some things that connect me to that character, though?
Presence would encourage everyone to work harder.
How do you pick one? So first off, I guess maybe kind of decide what role you like to play. That might actually help a lot, in my opinion, whether you want to play tank, healer, or DPS. That can kind of help narrow things down if you already have set combat styles. Second is, I really like to make backstories for my characters. Some of my characters have elaborate stories about their life. Some are tied into the main story, some are not. Some have only little bits and pieces. So my main character has like literal, I've like sat down and wrote little short stories about her and stuff about her childhood and how she fits in with the other players I was playing with at the time and stuff like that. This character, however, she doesn't have much of a story. Her backstory is that she is a Sith Inquisitor. She is quite deliciously evil. She sounds crazy, but she isn't. I like to choose all the dark side options on her. She's very much a dark counselor, classic kind of crazy, cool, crazy, scary Sith lady. And why is she my main character? She's also just the first Sith that I made and played all the way to 80. But it sounds like you've already kind of actually played them all and might have a harder time choosing because of that. So maybe I would say, like, start by kind of like imagining who your characters are, and that might give you some connection to them. So there's really 2 ways to pick characters that you play more. You don't have to pick you don't even have to pick a main character if you don't want to. There's no super reason to do so, other than maybe gearing them up, or maybe learning to play them at a higher skill level so you invest more time in them. So there's 1, the emotional connection to the character, and 2nd, the combat prowess of that character. So we have this character I really like to play tanking on the Imperial side. I picked this because she's a tank. I wanted to be able to tank, and 2nd, it's different than my main class. So kind of not very good at it, but I can play it if that makes sense. Maybe you have some characters that you don't really like the combat style. Like some people don't like a sniper or a gunslinger because you kind of have to stay still. Some people don't like melee classes. Ranged is easier for them. So you can start narrowing that down a bit too. And then the emotional connection, I think for a lot of players, is almost more important. So maybe you have a character that you really you have a strong feeling in your heart for, or the way you feel about them in the universe, and you want to play them instead. I hope that was kind of it's honestly just up to you is the real answer. You won the contest last week. What contest did you win, Miramount? The Volptilla? Did you win it in YouTube? I'm pretty sure that was, that was the player that I was laughing because they turned down a gift in game and then they won it on YouTube instead, and I was dying laughing. And they rolled an 8. That's the only mount I remember giving away. If it's something else, like, give me some more context so I can help remember. Kirkadoodle also said I have story main characters, raiding main characters, and PvP main characters. Oh, I love that. That's interesting for sure. 69 is Quato. Okay, so I would say I think they're here in chat right now. You were number 8. How were you number 8? There wasn't any numbers. I just counted the comments that I saw and called it a day. And announced the winner then. Sorry, Bubs, I don't even have another code for you. If not that you won. There wasn't any actual numbers. Just picked a random winner. Let's see. Where are we? Oh, we need to go talk to this guy. Oh, I don't care about this story at all, to be clear. I'm sorry. I'm gonna skip past this just so I can get to the main story part that I want to hear about. Gliding on Phone Line says, Chiss. Why is your character a Chiss, may I ask? Yeah, that's a great question. Probably I just liked the way it looked. To be very honest, I think I just liked the idea.
This is the altar of clarity.
I really don't think there is more to it. I like this hairstyle.
Gather sacred incense from those crates.
Actually, no! There's a whole story to it. She used to be a Humi.
Now you must wash the
She
ash
used to
from
be
your
a human. She used to look totally different. She looked really cool.
Thank you, outsider.
I think I actually liked her previous look better.
Shrine of judgment.
Her previous look better, but now I've had this one for so long that it's like, it feels too weird to switch it back. So she had, what did she have before? She had, if I remember right, she was a human. She had the same face shape and same hairstyle. She had darker skin. I don't remember what hair color she had. It was either dark brown or blonde. And she had those cool, like Sith markings down half her face. And I was like a super big fan of the way she looked. But then I started cataloging this. Oh, it's such a stupid reason to. I started cataloging armors for Swtorista.com/armor in its first iteration. This was like years and years and years ago. And the Republic character that I was using to catalog it was a green Mirialan and a different body shape. And I was like, oh, I should probably keep it kind of consistent if I'm using an alien to show the armor mech stuff, I should also use an alien to show the synth weaving stuff. And so I changed her to a Chiss, and then it was too expensive to change her back. It's been years. It's such a stupid reason. So yeah, that's why she's a Chiss, because she needed to be a different color than humans. Chiss Jedi are rare, I think, not a default choice. Actually, very interestingly enough, I'll turn the game down a bit. Interestingly enough, Chiss lore-wise likely wouldn't be Sith either. A Chiss Jedi would be incredibly rare, But Chiss Sith would also be very rare. According to Chiss lore and Chiss culture, if you accept the Force and go work for the Empire, specifically as a Sith, you're actually kind of kicked out of Sith culture. If you don't go join what the actual, like, Chiss version of the Jedi or Sith is. The, I don't remember what it's called. I have information about this on the Chiss lore page. Oh, you changed your species, Gorkosaurus and Swtorista, right? Both of us did it. Why did we do that? What is the lore for a Chiss who joins the Force user on a pup side? I think we talked about that a little in the page. Let's go actually check it out. Swtorista Chiss. Desktop. Oh, I love that it puts these little pretty pictures here. So we actually, so for each species, I gave like a little like potential blurb about how they might fit into things. So Chiss, Jedi Consular. Same thing for the most Jedi Knight and Jedi Consular. Though incredibly rare, the Chiss have produced Force sensitives among their people. There's a strong stigma against Force sensitives among the Chiss because many believe it's an impurity or faulty genetics and must be purged. Most Force sensitive Chiss work hard to hide their shameful abilities. Chiss wishing to hone their skill must leave their families behind and take their chances with the Sith or Jedi. So first off, the Chiss would be very physically far from any hubs of the Jedi. So it'd be very rare for them to physically come into contact with the Jedi. But, of course, like any story, literally any story can be explained by a way by baby Chiss dropped at a doorstep, you know? Chiss orphan, or their family fled, or whatever. Or maybe Jedi saved them on a Empire world where the Chiss's family were stationed as allies of the Empire. Like, same thing with Sith Pureblood. Sith Pureblood makes zero sense. But you can always explain it away as Sith Pureblood baby on the doorstep. But yeah, social construct. I hope you enjoyed that little tiny little shish kebab of lore. There's really obviously not a lot about it in game. However, there is a really nice lore entry that is going to be on that same page. I don't feel like reading out loud, but it's called do I have a table of contents here? It's called Force Sensitive Chiss in the table of contents. And another one fun to read is, yeah, oh no, that one. It actually talks about the Force Sensitive Chiss that you, oh, I'm gonna die? Where's my companion? All my ability bars are not locked. I'm making a big hot mess over here. Oh my god. Do I not have any gear on? Why aren't these dying? Ah! What's going on here? Am I like super under-geared? Hang on, let's take a look at what I'm wearing. Oh my gosh, I am. I'm wearing gear that's so out of date, you can't even technically acquire it anymore. For those of you in the know, I'm wearing 320 gear. Apparently that will actually give me a bit of grief if I go into the expansions with it. Holy cow. I bet just having a companion would help me big time though, right? How long will it take me to solo Freedom one time? Oh my gosh, are you gonna go fight Freedom? I need to fight him. Maybe we'll fight him. Oh, big yawn, sorry. Maybe we'll fight him tomorrow together. Maybe we'll fight him tomorrow so I can get some of that sweet reputation. Let's see. Who should I bring with me? Who do I have that's a high-level companion? Hey, Lana, you want to come for a party? I'm gonna go save Boss Cop.
I've got you.
Sunjammer, have you been fun running around in the courier outfit? I really like it. I think it's cute. Are you working on the Basilisk quest, or are you just wearing it because you have it now? 320 gear still drops? How would you even get it? Quato says, the late content feels a bit tougher in general after the update to 340 gear again. So I have heard other players say that as well. I can't figure out if it's related. I don't think it's related to the 340 upgrade, but I think it may in general. They may have been like, okay, y'all are level 80, but still let's make this content slightly generatively harder. I'm not having any problem now that I have a freaking companion out. South Pole says, I didn't know Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic was on the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, it's even out on a... you can play it on your phone. Like your Android or your Apple phone. It's pretty cool. Pretty neat port. A lot of people seem to like playing on there as well. I kind of need some data sticks now. Data sticks. I'm suspicious of where one is hiding. Don't say if I'm wrong or not. It's not in Freedom, I'll tell you that. If you're working on the geothermal shielding plant quest, Pat, those I got very stuck on for a long time. I was so cranky. It took me forever, and there was no guides out yet, so I couldn't like double check it. Good luck trying to guess where they are. One I guessed, but I failed miserably at getting. One I couldn't find because someone else had already killed it. And the third one I don't physically remember where it is. Lonnie says, sorry, were you talking to me? No, Lonnie, but I can. Hello, Lonnie. How are you today? No worries.
Why is this happening?
Freedom. Hey, dear sled. But yeah, I have heard multiple players... Oh, I didn't go all the way back. Whoops. Heard multiple players say it feels harder. But like I said, I don't know if it's related with the gear score going up or if they're just like, they want you to try a little harder because it's slightly farther into the level 80 experience. Like, you've been level 80 for X amount of time and X amount of expansions. Like, oh, you actually have to move your feet here? Hey, does anyone know what happened to Lana Benico? Where did she... I see I have her... Oh, there she is. She was hiding inside of the droid, as one does. So what am I going to get up to today? I think I'm going to work on that guide about the security guide. In the background, I've been working on... decorations? Yeah. I've got a really cool project that we're launching on Monday that I need to make a video for. Other than that, I've been trying to kind of take it slow. Kind of give myself a bit of a vacation while still working. Ha ha ha. Your loot light colors and naming text colors are really nice and vibrant. Is it a change in the settings? No. I'm actually just playing on graphics, but I'm playing on Ultra. I just have everything set to default when you choose Ultra. One thing that could be affecting it is the fact that I'm playing on a very large screen, so 2560 by 1440, and then it's being smushed down. That could affect that as well. Lana ran away. Oh. I don't want to talk to these guys. I only care about artifacts and conspiracy theories. I guess there is a bit of a conspiracy theory here, right? Oh, you know what? It's actually time for me to go. Thank you guys so much for joining me as I played the Darth Malgus conspiracy theory story. I'm mostly just hanging out and chatting. I love hanging out with you guys in the morning. I'm actually a lot happier than when I woke up. I still have a headache, but I'm no longer crying about it. Aw, just got in here, Shahon. Oh, I'm sorry. But I will, of course, see you guys tomorrow. And if you would like, I'd love to have you join me. And we're gonna do Republic side, Starforge server. We're gonna go see Captain Roman. Republic side, Starforge server. And I want to run the world boss on Kessin's Landing. Yeah. And pretty much everyone can come to that as long as you have your ship. For those of you on YouTube, feel free to go check out whatever the newest video is. I don't even remember. Have fun, you guys. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.